Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second edition of Book Bytes. Our first one was the Star Wars book, and because that was my favorite book, and this book actually, Woman of No Importance, it's another very good book. We actually had it deemed for it was going to be our first book for our new book club that we were discussing back in February of 2020, but it never left the gate because in March we had a shelter in place, and that was kind of a shame. So I was hoping that we could use this book in Book Bites because I think it's a strong book that we could use for a discussion. Actually, what I really like about the book is it's a part of World War II history that I knew very little about. I usually don't read. When I read about World War II history, it's usually about the military operations and like the Battle of the Bulge or D-Day, or it's the generals, or it's the Easy Company or something like that. This was actually lesser known. It's the spy crafts. It's actually about a woman named Virginia Hall who was born and raised in Baltimore, and she ended up not wanting to live the stereotypical life of getting married and raising a family. So she ended up in foreign services as she first started off as a secretary in Estonia and working in the foreign office there, and then she ended up in France driving ambulances during the early days of World War II with the Germans' first invasion into Germany's invasion of France and the retreat from Dunkirk. And from there, she was recruited into the SOE, the British, and trained as a spy for the British to develop and return back to France there and there to develop kind of spy networks or resistance, try to get things in place for the invasion that will that's later known as D-Day. It's a very good book. It's fast paced. I mean, you have the entire idea that she had to stay one step ahead of the Gestapo, who deemed her as uh, the most serious threat in France at that time. So you had her wanted poster up, so she had done all these disguises. There's a prison break in there. She had to recruit people who she can know who to trust with who to recruit. If you were leading in a double agent trying to break their spy ring up, it's very good. And then you had her entire flight from France into Spain. So it's a very good book. I really look forward to sharing it with you guys, and you guys hopefully reading it. And I'm going to put some discussion questions in it that I was hoping to use during a book club. So I look forward to doing this again, and look forward to talking to you again next month about a different book. So happy reading, and have a great day.